So here we are.
All right, we got some Samus Sheik. You know, it's funny you say like he had some issues with his program. I've been rewatching Westworld, and like the way you worded it, it makes it sound like Fizzy's a robot. Like his program, it had some issues, but he's good now. He's better, and that would explain how he was able to do a rollback all by himself.
Well, you know, this neutral doesn't look like anything to me, but here we go. Game 1. Who said that? Delilah? Was that right?
Dolores?
Is that her name?
Dolores? Any host will go, that doesn't look like anything to me if they don't know what it is. But speaking of don't know what it is. No, that's not a good segue at all. Okay, the point is, we are watching a Samus versus Sheik. A matchup we don't see as much anymore. Oftentimes, the Samus players switch to this character, and maybe this matchup will tell us why, but
yeah.
Good start so far from JSalt for the most part, although this is quite close with
yeah,
Travioli
Trav
taking
answers right back. Forgive me for not fully knowing their characters. I thought Trav was a Fox player, or was I mistaken, or am I looking at the wrong Travioli?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. You know, have to double check the Discord, but I'm all disorganized too. So apologies to everyone watching.
Either way, though,
Trav plays like 8 billion characters, so
okay,
makes sense.
Yeah, I looked him up before we got started because I was tuning into his stream earlier, and he was playing Marth. So I figured we'd see like a combination of like Marth, Fox, Sheik maybe, but here we are with Samus, and there's Trav with the lead. So let's get it going here. I mean, game 1, it's weird because they went to FOD. Like, I'm kind of confused about this strike if JSalt knew that Trav was going to be going Samus, but maybe because Trav plays 8 billion characters, it makes things a little bit more challenging to figure out your stage selections.
Yeah, apparently he plays a lot of Sheik and a lot of Samus. You know, vegan plup is what he calls himself, so according to production and Seal. So shout out to Seal for still being on top of things even when he's not commentating. But yeah, so far the match has been interesting. Kind of like a typical floaty matchup you see Sheik do. Just a lot of kind of chip damage, but like kind of high priority, low lag aerials that kind of get more and more damage, zone people out well, and then try to find the kill setups and stuff like forward tilt and grab.
Oh God, he almost did a link from the missile into the downer, and that would have been insane. Really sick edge cancel there as well, and the cross up grab. Oh my gosh, he's moving and grooving.
Yeah, definitely impressive stuff there. Yeah, I can't say I like watch this matchup too much. I definitely have seen it. I think one thing I have been told, but might not be true, so I'd love to hear from chat, is that like needles can clank with the up B, or sorry, the charge shot. So that's always been like.
Talk about that, like recovery slide, the instant wall jump into screw attack, and then just clips him with it, and ultimately finds the stock. Wait, Trav is so good. JSalt also keeping it really competitive here.
And playing very confidently, like going for a grab when Sheik is at like 0 and Travioli is at like 150. Obviously, you know, at 0, hard to open up Sheik in other ways, but like it's still really risky. If you miss that, you are just dead.
Yeah, just zones out with the fair there from JSalt, and here we are last stock here. All things considered, very back and forth so far in this first game.
I do see in chat that Seal has confirmed that needles will clank, or like they have a hurt box, so they will.
Grounded needles will block it too.
Yeah, which is always strange. It's kind of the same as like Puff Nair will clank. Like you can use a Puff Nair and you won't get hit by the charge shot. So just always seems a little too weak. But that's melee. Sometimes things don't make sense. This game though, really close.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Trav's rationale is for going Samus. Maybe he doesn't like the Ditto then, if he's mostly a Samus Sheik player. But
would
all
be
things
my
considered,
guess, right?
really close.
Like,
I mean, yeah, but this matchup's pretty tough for Samus too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Point, we got game 1 here.
It reminds me, we were having this conversation before about Faust talking about don't play a character if you don't like the Ditto. That was like his philosophy, and You know, I can kind of see that. Like, this is a good example of a matchup where, like, or a character where, like, the Ditto can be frustrating for certain people. But really good stuff from Travioli so far.
Yeah, and opts to go back to FOD as well. I'm wondering maybe doesn't want to go to a Dreamland or something bigger. Still gives Sheik kind of the 3-platform option here, but JSalt's been keeping it very, very close, actually, with the lead and probably the stock here. First one on the board.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a strange choice. I guess also, you know, like going back to the kind of character selection thing, if Travioli also plays stuff like Marth, I don't really think that is a great matchup versus Sheik either. So this might be kind of like, you know, the Achilles heel of Travioli to some degree if he's not comfortable with the Ditto and, you know, sort of goes Samus Sheik, which isn't a great matchup for Samus either. Does drop the edge guard too.
Misses the roll up. I think that's all you needed too. Trav's recoveries though look really, really good, all things considered. He's down the stock. He equalizes there, but at quite a bit of a percent deficit. So just a little grab is going to be pretty much all it takes to at least set up an edge guard position for JSalt, or just maybe take the stock in a second.
Does manage to get the DI though, which is nice. So, you know, this isn't over yet, as I say that. You know, having a charge shot is a huge asset in pretty much any Samus matchup. But right now, this is, you know, it's almost like being behind 2 stocks when it's a floaty matchup like this. Like, it's just so difficult to kind of climb that ladder. Although with an up tilt, that might be...
Oh, waits it out too. I mean, he had the right idea, waiting out the spot dodge maybe, but I feel like he could have acted a little bit quicker on that one. Oh my god, he's so good!
Yeah, taking advantage of Fair's repeated hitbox, breaking through that, but does get grabbed. Gonna be a Nair, that makes sense, does a lot of damage. Looking for the edge guard. Ooh, what a sweet spot.
I hate that does like no shield damage for as many hits as you get in for Samus Fair. But there should be one. Oh, gets caught in dash.
God.
Oh.
What? Ooh, throws away positioning kind of aggressively, but doesn't seem to matter. JSalt's still kind of putting on quite a bit of pressure. Even from the ledge, it feels like the advantage isn't as big as you'd normally think it would be. Good jump.
Ooh, wow, they both went in for wave dash jab, it looked like, and JSalt just a little bit quicker there. Grabs ledge, makes this a little bit awkward, and just high enough percent for rising up air from the ledge to take the stock here. Huge advantage for JSalt now in game 2.
Yeah, this is one of those things where, like, again, we see that aggressive grab, but, like, it seems kind of like if you're JSalt, the matchup plan, like, the game plan is simple from here, right? It's just like, okay, maybe a bit more stylish than we were expecting, but actually gets it. Wow. That was very one-sided, man. Like, that didn't look great. I feel like if you're a person who has a second character, you know, that you can use, if it were you, Walt, like, would you switch here?
There's schools of thought, I feel like, when you play a lot of characters, and here we are with the Sheik Ditto, so it does make sense. I think if, like, your stubborn mind is like, I can do this, and, like, knowing what Travioli's been up to before he started top 8, maybe a little bit, like, I'm gonna beat him with Samus. But I guess we're seeing the Sheik Ditto at this juncture, and it's a stage change as well.
Yeah, you know, definitely an interesting choice. What you were saying, you know, what he's been up to, what exactly is that? I don't know if I was paying attention.
He has been enjoying himself with a few drinks on this Wednesday evening, so...
He's getting comfortable. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I mean the counter was pretty high when I got to his stream, so. But he's having fun, which is what matters, and he's here in top 8, so I gotta respect him for it. But holy moly, JSalt with the combo extension.
Still playing pretty solid. Well, I don't know. Just as I say that, this has been kind of one-sided again.
That shield grab. Oh my gosh. Okay, forward air, nice Omsa tech. Pretty necessary in that situation. And then just grabs, that's actually correct as well. Either one would have worked probably. You could down smash, but then you kind of run the risk of them just Omsa teching it again, and then you have to play the execution game a little bit. Can you press the C-stick down enough?
Yeah, C-stick down definitely is something that you are pressing quite a bit in this matchup, except for when you get grabbed like this. Does get a fair amount of percent, but I love the wall jump there, and the poof making it a little bit more difficult. Does manage to grab the thing, though.
Ooh, yeah, pretty delayed on that platform tech chase there, and JSalt, or Travioli's actually going to turn it around here.
And this is getting close again, you know, and this is a matchup where, like, a grab can really, really, really mean a lot. So this is still very, very winnable on Travioli's side. Again, every time I hear Travioli, I just keep thinking of, like, Travioli, give me the Formioli. So I'd love, does anyone chat know the origin of that tag? Because it's a fun one to say the least, but loses
last stock though. I'm nervous, and I'm not gonna say it until the game ends. But there's a reason why I'm nervous. Okay, a little bit of cute movement here on Randall. Oh my! Oh, two Dreffins on the screen.
Exactly. Hey, this should be a stock. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, last stock. Okay. The makings of a reverse 3-0 question mark, but here we go. Travioli, with really no stage positioning to his name right now, needs to get some more real estate here. Tries to fight back towards center and just gets CC'd for his trouble, but oh my gosh.
So many moments where he's been throwing out this like really elaborate movement, but it doesn't always seem to be kind of netting huge results. Might be a big moment here though. Doesn't.
Oh, he rolls. He just at the neutral get up.
Grabbing the ledge though here.
Nice,
and gets the back air.
Okay.
We got ourselves a set, right? Like
here's why I'm nervous, Radar. And I've said this to you, I think on either one of the last Xanadus and maybe in Ginger's tournament too. So for whatever reason, now it's a theme. Whoever I raid before they're about to play in a tournament just plays really bad. And I think it's just like a curse because it happened once with oh god, I can't even remember who the player was, but they like immediately got 3-0'd as soon as we were on commentary after. So I always get nervous now whenever that comes up.
That's interesting. I can definitely see it, you know, I'd love to see that get to a point where it was just like it actually
they don't want me to raid them anymore.
It actually was like, don't raid me, man.
Please, please don't do this. It's
like what the hell?
Yeah, but you know, prophecy might be coming true because Travioli's down a stock, but with chain grabs on the table, we saw JSalt kind of take that stock all the way to the bank here, and it's going to be a matter of if Travioli can kind of find the edge guards, which he cannot on this sequence.
Really cool defensive stuff that we're seeing so far, like that onto tech down to kind of avoid the platform follow-up, and now getting his own grab, which big damage. I assume he's going to go to the platform. Doesn't? Okay. Yeah, back air is an interesting choice there, though.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe he was expecting the tech in, but at that point you can maybe turn around or waveland on platform, grab again. Oh my gosh. Little visual artifact there too. Kind of made that hard to figure out how that fair even happened. But JSalt is just extending this lead tremendously right now.
Yeah, although we do have a little bit of an opening sequence here from Travioli. You know, could be big. Yeah, gets the up air and everything. So again, we've said it time and time again, but the ability to get a grab and convert it into big damage at 0, though, it is really tough. But that can be a easy way to turn things around.
Here we have big grab. And the tech chase, no regrabs. He's going to do it the honorable way, I guess. Grab ledge, but a little too late. But the missed waveland is going to give it to him anyway, and Travioli has the lead.
There's something about, like, just that kind of ledge dash and that kind of, like, just seeing an air dodge. It never becomes... It's always painful, is what I'd probably say. Like, oh, what is that?
Oh, he's a savage.
All right, getting a good amount of damage, though. How long can he keep it going, and what kind of DI is he going to use to make it hard to tell where he's going to land, I guess?
Yeah, just DI's hard away that time, maybe expecting something towards the platform, but not quite. And now it's Travioli's turn.
Yeah, the space can go. Gee.
Can we get production to make like a song that plays when chain grabs happen? Like a little jingle?
I mean, like, you'd have to have quite a flexibility in terms of how long that song is. 'Cause sometimes, like if they get it at 0, wow, what a tech, by the way. If they get it at 0, they might drop it in 1, but if they don't drop it, it seems like it can just go on forever and ever and ever.
Just a nice little loop. I'm really open to anything. We'll talk about it with Bender and Brig at the end of this.
If there ever was a tournament series that would have a reason to invest in Sheik related stuff, I think it is this one.
Ooh, oh,
what? No jump there.
The reverse 3-0 is the thing. It can happen. It can happen.
Breaking the curse, man. That's very...
All it takes is Sheik, and it's one game away from the Twitch point economy resetting.
Yeah, that was weird. This whole set has been kind of like strange vibe, you know, like the energy is very like
we started a little later, like we're kind of getting loose again. I get it. It's a different one for sure. But game 5.
You know, sometimes we forget that like Smash is kind of a more casual game at its core. And sometimes like when you see people doing stuff like that, it's like, oh yeah, super competitive. When there's moments where it's just like, oh, like he forgot his jump and now he's dead. Like, okay. That's how it used to be when I was 7 playing, so.
Yeah. But JSalt getting first on the board here with a pretty dominating first stock, and he's going to look to make it a second. I mean, hopefully neither of these players forget to jump in this game, because this is the one that matters now. But
yeah, absolutely. Does get the tech there. Again, the defensive play from both players has been very, very solid, and I think that's the kind of stuff that you really need to be on top of if you're going to be playing a punish-heavy matchup like this.
Wow, so fast.
I think that's like
stock lead too. This is actually really, really huge. Travioli needs to find pretty much specifically a grab here, unless he just wins neutral a few times in a row.
I think one of the things that I really love about Sheik in general is like she really feels like a ninja in this game, you know? I don't know if you played like Ocarina of Time, but she kind of doesn't have that vibe, but like in Melee, the sound effects, like the do, it just, I don't know, there's something cool about it. Can you get the down air into up air or forward air?
That should do it, right? Just grab ledge, okay.
Kind of took his time a little bit on that, but still got there, which is what matters. And a little bit of a stock deficit, misses the boost grab, it looked like. If he didn't boost grab, he needed to get that, but just needs, I mean, just looking for the grab here. It's kind of a foregone conclusion what Travioli wants to find in this neutral interaction, and it looks like JSalt's the one getting there first.
Do you think he's like too predictable when you say that? Like, or is it just kind of the grab is so necessary anyway that you can't help but be a bit predictable?
It's hard to say. Like, neither of them are really getting caught in shield all that much. It's mostly just kind of how are you going to catch them out of the air. And it seems like Travioli's just had a few hard callouts throughout this set or at least in the games where he's played Sheik, where he'll throw needles and then just instant boost grab and get huge damage off of it, whereas JSalt has just felt way more consistent in how he's finding these grabs.
Yeah, and even just the defensive stuff, like once again we see these kind of ASTI down techs that just make it like tricky for Travioli. That's kind of a fun thing to say. And it just it's kind of the story of the set has been he had a little teeter at the end. Yeah, the curse continues.
All right, well,
winners? Yes. No, winners. So it's possible that Travioli turns it around, man.
There's a shot. For
There's
sure.
a shot. Absolutely.
I mean,